Welcome, Knickerbockerians, and thank you for tuning in to another edition of Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play with me, your host, Severe Elder. This program is brought to you by Selfie Cast Studio, streaming live to YouTube and Twitch TV. It's game time! Tonight's finals matchup features your New York Knicks versus the San Antonio Spurs. It's game 4. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Madison Square Garden, where the stakes have never been higher. The New York Knicks entered this series looking unstoppable, taking the first 2 games in San Antonio and appearing to have one hand on the championship trophy. But game 3 reminded everyone that San Antonio are far from finished. Now, the Knicks lead the series 2-1, but the momentum has shifted. The Garden crowd is expecting a response from Jalen Brunson, whose leadership has fueled one of the most remarkable playoff runs in franchise history. Alongside him, Karl Anthony Towns and OG Anunoby must help restore the defensive intensity that carried New York through the Eastern Conference. But standing in their way is the league's newest superstar, Victor Wembanyama. The Spurs phenom has embraced the spotlight, proving that youth is no barrier to greatness. With rising star Stephon Castle and a fearless young roster behind him, San Antonio believes they can steal another game in New York and turn this finals into a brand new series. Will the Knicks protect home court and move one step closer to ending decades of championship frustration? Or will the Spurs continue their resurgence and even the finals at 2 games apiece? Game 4, Madison Square Garden. Championship dreams on the line. Tip-off is next. So keep it locked in, folks. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the Call. All right, my fellow Knickerbockerians, the introductions have been made. The players are taking the floor. Tip-off is almost underway. If you're just tuning in, you found Knicks on the call. We're calling Knicks games live. Every play, every run, and everything in between. So stay locked in. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Tap in with me in the chat or leave your comments below. Be sure to hit me up on the socials at Knicks on the Call on Instagram. Give me a follow and check out all the highlights as we about to get things underway. We have a super duper matchup. It's game 4. Knicks lead the series 2-1. But the Spurs are looking to close the distance. Who will win out tonight? Whose fire will burn the deepest? Tip-off is about to be underway. Tonight's game officials are Courtney Kirkland, Zach Zarba, James Williams, and Justin Van Duyne. And the tip is up. And San Antonio will open the game with possession. Here's Stephon Castle. Gets it over to De'Aaron Fox, being guarded heavily by Bridges. 3-point line extended. Gets a screen from Wemby. Looking to penetrate on Towns, and he'll draw a foul. The foul will be charged against Karl Anthony Towns. His first. And we barely got a couple of seconds winding off the clock in this one. De'Aaron Fox at the line to shoot 2. First attempt is up and good. De'Aaron Fox averaging 13 points per game as he knocks down the second. Here's Jalen Brunson across the timeline, looking to work on Champagnie. Gets it into Towns early. They leave 2 players, guarded him, almost lost the ball. Gets it in the paint to Hart, back out to Towns. Pump fake 3, takes it inside, flip shot at the basket is good.
Driving and thriving.
That time, Karl Anthony Towns. Here's the Spurs the other way. Vassell 3-pointer from the right wing is good. Spurs out to an early lead, 5-2. Here's Jalen Brunson. Gets it over to Towns, looking to put pressure on Wemby. Gets inside, try to stuff it down, but it's no good. He'll draw a foul. It'll be on Victor Wembanyama, his first. Karl Anthony Towns will go to the line to shoot a pair as he took it strong to the basket that time. And from the replay, the block looks pretty clean, and I think San Antonio might challenge this one as we head to a break. We'll have the review and the results when we return. It would have been pivotal if Wemby would have picked up a foul with a little over a couple of seconds gone off the clock in the first. But San Antonio says we're going to challenge that play. We'll have the results when we return. All right, Knickerbockerians. Let me know how you feel about this one. Drop your score predictions. How do you think tonight's game will play out? Leave your comments on scene in the comments section or in the chat as we get back to live action. And the challenge was successful. Foul on Wembanyama will be overturned. Knicks should have possession. Be sure to hit that like button, Knickerbockerians, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps keep this broadcast on air. As San Antonio would award the possession to San Antonio. Here's Wembanyama looking to get inside the paint, working on Mitchell Robinson, and he gets it to fall. 7-2, early San Antonio lead. Here's Brunson across the timeline, gets it to Robinson inside, can't get the chippy to go. Spurs the other way. Here's Castle, left wing three, back iron, no good, rebound, Josh Hart. Knicks in transition. Over to Anunoby in the left wing corner. Step back, elbow jumper is up, front iron, no good, rebound Spurs. Fox the other way, looking to put pressure on the rim, gets inside, no good. Here's Josh Hart with the rebound, looking to push, gets it to Anunoby. Anunoby with the crossover, picks up his dribble, kicks it back out to Jalen Brunson, looking to work on Champagnie. Driving right, down the right side, step back, pop, no good. Battle for the loose ball, rebound is out of bounds. And the refs say it'll be San Antonio's ball. Here's Castle. Being guarded by Brunson. Over to Champagnie. Drives inside. Kick out the Wemby. Finds Vassell in the corner. Three-pointer up is good. As Vassell knocks down a right wing corner three. Increasing San Antonio's lead 10-2. And we get a turnover. Josh Hart looking to feed Brunson. And it ends up in a Champagnie fast break stuff, and the Knicks are down 10 early. 12-2 with 9:16 remaining in the first. And Mike Brown wants to talk it over as once again the Knicks start the game with no offensive fluidity. And we'll pick it up there when we return after this break. It's the finals. It's game 4. It's Knicks on the call.
You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by SelfieCast Studio, a broadcasting company. You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, Brought to you by Selfie Cast Studio, a broadcasting company.
Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockerians, you're rocking steady with Knicks on the call. It's game 4 of the NBA Finals, and the Knicks getting off to a bad start in this one, down 10, as San Antonio is out front 12-2. Will the comeback kids get it back on track, or will San Antonio run away with this one? As we get back to live action, Knicks have the possession. Here's Brunson. Gets it over to Bridges. 5 on the floor is Brunson, Robinson, Hart, Bridges, and Anunoby. As Brunson flip shot at the basket is no good. Rebound by Mitchell Robinson, tries to get the put back to go, and the ball is knocked loose and out of bounds. Knicks will retain possession. They'll have it side out underneath their own basket. Inbound to Anunoby, who knocks down a right wing corner 3.
Rising and surprising.
Was Anunoby. Here's the Spurs the other way. 12-5 Spurs lead, 8:39 to go in the first, and Wemby up to his antics early, gets it to go as he gets past Robinson. Knicks up into the front court. Here's Anunoby looking to penetrate, and he'll draw a foul, and it'll be a decision on whether or not he was shooting or trying to pass on that play. As we take a look at the replay of Wemby duping and hooping, getting by Mitchell Robinson, as he has to learn to stay down on his feet and not fall for the pump fakes. Back to live action. 14-5 Spurs lead. OG Anunoby at the line shooting a pair. First attempt is up, and it's good. Anunoby looking to cut into the lead, making it a 7-point game as he knocks down the second. Spurs will have it. Here's Stephon Castle into the front court, being guarded by Josh Hart. Flips it over to Wemby. Pump faking. Robinson almost fell for the fake again. Gets it over to Castle. Looking to get inside the paint. Josh Hart defending him well. Shot is up and it's short. Rebound Robinson, Knicks the other way. Here's Hart looking to put pressure on the rim, as he does, as he gets it inside and gets it to go, driving into the chest of Julian Champagnie. And now a few words are being exchanged between Mikal Bridges and Julian Champagny as things are getting zesty and testy early in this one. Josh Hart will be at the line looking to complete the three-point play. 14-9, San Antonio lead. 8:02 remaining in the first. Josh Hart, who had it finished with 16 points and 9 rebounds in Game 3, puts up the free throw attempt and is good. Here's the Spurs. Knicks down 4. Castle operating, looking to get into the paint. Flips it up to Wemby and we'll get a foul call on the play. And it'll be assessed against Mikal Bridges, who fouled Wembanyama on the alley-oop play, and I didn't see much of anything there by Bridges. San Antonio will inbound. Castle into Champagny. Back to Castle. Sees a double. Gets it back to Champagny, who's defended well on the weak side. Back to Castle. Being physical. Looking to get inside. Flip shot around the free throw line area is good. 16-10. Spurs lead. Here's Brunson. Being guarded tightly. Kicks it out to Bridges. Being guarded heavily by Harper. Bridges inside the paint. Picks up his dribble. He has to get it up, and he does. Shot is long back iron, no good. Here's Castle the other way. Drops it off to Wemby. Gets it over to Harper. Harper being defended well by Brunson. Gets the switch on to Robinson. Spurs with the ball moving. Vassell kicks it out to Castle, who knocks down a 27-foot dead-on three. Knicks trail by 9. Here's Josh Hart. Gets it over to Robinson. Robinson at the elbow. Probing. Gets it back over to Harden and DHO. Hart looking to work on Vassell. Three-point line extended. Knicks got to hurry. Shot clock down to 3. Ends up in Anunoby's hand for a right wing three is no good as the shot clock expired. Here's the Spurs the other way. Gets it to a wide open Vassell, who knocks down a three-pointer from the right wing. Spurs on an 8-0 run over the last minute 50 seconds. Here's Robinson. DHO to Brunson. Being heavily guarded by Castle. Gets inside, takes a bump. Flip shot at the basket is no good, but he'll go to the line. As that foul will go against Stephon Castle. Will send Jalen Brunson to the line for 2. Knicks down 22-10 as San Antonio is being more aggressive from the outset. Substitutions abound. Huck Porty looking to check into the game, as well as Landry Shamet, as Karl Anthony Towns is regulated to the bench due to early foul woes. Mike Brown trying to preserve Karl Anthony Towns fouls, and he's going a little bit deeper into his bench as Brunson knocks down the first free throw attempt. 22-11. Spurs lead. 6:05 remaining in the first quarter as Jalen Brunson takes his second attempt, is up, and it's good. Knicks down 10, 22-12. Here's De'Aaron Fox. Gets it into the front court, being guarded by Bridges. Over to Harper. Being well defended by Josh Hart. Gets it over to Wemby. Three-point line extended straight on. Takes a 26-footer over Huck Porty and knocks it down as Wemby is percolating early. 25-12 Spurs lead. Here's Bridges being guarded heavily by Keldon Johnson. On the floor with Josh Hart, Huck Porty, Brunson, and Shamet. Here's Mikal Bridges with the free throw line extended jumper. Dead on is good. 25-14. Spurs lead. Wemby pulls up a 27-footer on the left wing is no good. Rebound Bridges. Gets it over to Brunson. Brunson into the front court. Doing a lot of dribbling. Trying to work on Keldon Johnson. Gets inside. Flip shot is up. No good. Forced it that time. Would like to see more ball movement. Here's Spurs in transition. As Keldon Johnson. Flip shot from the left wing off the glass is good. Spurs out front 27-14. Here's Brunson inside the paint. Finds a wide open Bridges. For left wing. Corner three is good.
Rising and surprising.
Mikal Bridges. That time gets it to go. San Antonio still has a 10-point edge. 27-17. Here's Harper driving baseline, cut off by Shamet, and we'll have a foul. And it'll look like it'll go against Shamet. They'll get him for a blocking foul. And San Antonio will retain possession. Substitution, Luke Cornett in for Victor Wembanyama. And these moments here are going to be huge for the Knicks as they need to capitalize on the non-Wembanyama minutes. More substitutions abound. OG Anunoby and Miles McBride checks into the game, replacing Brunson and Ariel Hug-Porty. Spurs will have it side out. Your Knick 5 on the floor is Alvarado, Bridges, Robinson, Anunoby, and Shamet. Is De'Aaron Fox on the right wing. Three-pointer over Shamet is good. Spurs are percolating early. 30-17. San Antonio lead. 4:05 remaining in the first. Here's Alvarado. Penetrating on the left side. Trying to lob to Mitchell Robinson, who couldn't convert it that time, but he was fouled on the play by Keldon Johnson. And that should send Mitchell Robinson to the line for two. Mitchell Robinson, a very poor free throw shooter, looking to see if he could capitalize here as his first attempt is long, back iron, and no good. As we take a look at the replay on the lob, Mitchell Robinson couldn't quite corral it in as Keldon Johnson fouled him on the wrist area. Robinson will take his second attempt. Ball is up, and it's back iron, no good. Spurs rebound. Here's Harper. Over to Vassell. Back to Harper being guarded tightly by Bridges. Gets a screen. In the paint. Looking to go up strong, and he's blocked by Mikal Bridges. Knicks come the other way. Here's Alvarado. Backs it back out. Gets into the paint. Flip shot or pass. Lob to Mitchell Robinson is no good, and he ties up De'Aaron Fox, who came away with the loose ball rebound. And we got a stoppage on the play. Should be a jump ball. Taking a look at the replay here, as Luke Cornett negated either that lob or shot attempt, which almost resulted in what could have possibly been a goaltend. Jump ball tip, and referees are awarding the ball to San Antonio. as one of San Antonio players got hit on the arm. Might have been Alvarado who hit De'Aaron Fox on the arm during the tip. Either way, Spurs have the possession. Here's Wemby inside, driving on Anunoby. And that shot should have been waved off, but they'll count the basket. Looked like it could have been offensive interference as Wemby missed his shot, but managed to get his own putback. Here's Alvarado over to Shamet, back to Alvarado. Looking to post up Towns. Alvarado directing traffic. Gets it over to Anunoby. 3 seconds on the shot clock. Anunoby strong into the lane. Looking for the two-hand stuff to no avail. But he'll draw a whistle. This time that foul will go against Vassell, sending Anunoby to the line for a pair. As once again, referees are doing a poor job as the Spurs are getting away with a lot of things early, similar to the events that happened in Game 3. As Anunoby, first free throw attempt is up, and it's good. Knicks down double digits, 32-18. If you're just tuning in, folks, you're rocking steady with Knicks on the Call. It's Knicks Spurs Game 4 Finals matchup. Anunoby at the free throw line looking to take his second attempt. Is up and good. 32-19 Spurs lead. Here's Castle. Looking to go to work on Bridges. 3-point line extended. Vassell screen. Gets it over to Wembanyama. Here's Harper with it on the DHO from Wembanyama. 3-point line extended as the shot clock is winding down. Harper gets it up. Pull-up jumper in the mid-range over Alvarado. Is good. Spurs lead 34-19, 2:22 remaining in the first. Here's Alvarado. Gets it to Karl Anthony Towns on the left wing. Looking to go to work on Wembanyama. And finally, refs call a foul. As Wembanyama was a little bit too handsy that time. Sending Karl Anthony Towns to the line for two. In fact, that wasn't a foul line free throw. That was a technical free throw. As Karl Anthony Towns gets it to go. And the Knicks will maintain possession. 34-20. Substitutions into the game. 5 on the floor is Brunson, Towns, Anunoby, Shamet, and McBride. Brunson will have it, working on Castle. Crossover in the lane, whips it out to McBride. Corner three-point attempt is up, no good. Rebound Spurs. Here's Dylan Harper, looking to go to work on Miles McBride. Gets it back over to Castle. Waves away Vassell, looking to work on Brunson. Trying to get inside the painted area, and we'll have a whistle on the play. And it'll be a defensive 3 seconds charged against New York. Spurs lead 34-20. The 3-second violation puts Vassell on the line, and he knocks down the free throw, giving the Spurs a 35-20 lead. As Mitchell Robinson checks back in the game, replacing Karl Anthony Towns with 1:50 to go in the first quarter. Towns 3 minutes, 3 points, and 2 fouls early in this one. Back to live action. Here's Wembanyama, gets it to Fox. Corner three is no good. Rebound, Shaman. Outlet to Brunson. Brunson into the front court, crossover right to left. Brings it back out. Herky-jerky move. Looking to get in the paint, picks up his dribble. Whips it back out to McBride. McBride gets into the paint, pulls it back out. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Looking to work on Castle. 5 seconds. Gets it over to Shaman. Stop, pop, elbow jumper is no good. Battle for the offensive rebound is tipped out of bounds by the Spurs. Knicks will have possession. Down 35-20 with 1:14 remaining in the first quarter. Knicks will have it. Brunson inbound. Gets it over to Anunoby. Over to Robinson. DHO to Brunson. Gets the matchup on Wemby. Kicks it over to McBride. Takes a dead on three. Is off the side of the rim. No good. Ball travels out of bounds. Spurs will have it. As the Knicks can't get anything to fall thus far in the first quarter. Trailing by 15. Here's Stephon Castle. Gets the ball over the timeline. Being guarded by Shaman. Gets it over to Wemby. Pump fakes on the three. Guarded by Robinson tightly. Wemby looking to go to work. Fancy dribbling. Spinning. Flip shot off the glass is good. Inside the painted area was Wemby that time with the jump hook. Here's Brunson. And we'll get a foul on the other end. It'll be offensive as Mitchell Robinson is called for the offensive foul. Sending Wembanyama to the floor that time. And it looks like we'll have a challenge. It's not a challenge. They're going to see if the foul meets the criteria for flagrant, as Mitchell Robinson gave a little chicken wing elbow to the face and neck area of Wembanyama. And Wembanyama sold it well that time. We'll have the call when we return. And the refs are reviewing the play. If you're just tuning in, folks, you found Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play with me, your host, Severe Elder. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps this broadcast stay on air, as we are in an official review. And Zach Zarba has the call as they rule the foul against Robinson unnecessary and has been upgraded to a flagrant foul penalty 1. Could have been retaliation and a little payback for the mush that Robinson gave that Wembanyama gave Brunson in Game 3. As Robinson couldn't quite get away with it there, Wemby will be at the line shooting the flagrant penalty 1. First free throw attempt is up, and it's good. Put San Antonio out front by 18, 38-20. Wembanyama's second attempt is up, and it's good. 39-20 on the flagrant penalty. 1 free throws by Wembanyama, and the Spurs with an opportunity to push the lead even further as they maintain possession. Here's De'Aaron Fox being guarded by Anunoby as we get an early Jeremy Sohan sighting. And with the alley-oop play to Wembanyama is ineffective and the ball goes out of bounds. They'll say the Spurs will have it. Side out, Castle looking to inbound. Gets it into Vassell. Jump shot on the right wing is splash. All net that time. Spurs on a heater. 41-20 up front. Big in this one. Here's Brunson finally getting a foul call. This time it'll be on Stephon Castle. A little too aggressive that time as Jalen Brunson was looking to get inside the painted area. As we take a look at the out-of-bounds play previous, as it clearly went off the fingertips of Wembanyama. Back to live action. Brunson at the line to shoot. First free throw rattles around and good. Knicks down 20. 41-21 with 19.7 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It's been all Spurs thus far. Five on the floor for New York is Anunoby, McBride, Brunson, Jeremy Sohan, and Landry Shamet. As De'Aaron Fox gets the ball across the timeline. 9 seconds remaining in the first. Gets the switch on to Sohan. Looking to cook. Step back. 3 is up. No good. Rebound. Anunoby trying to get a shot off as the quarter game clock expires, and it's no good. Just came up a little short that time as it bounced off the front rim. As the Spurs enjoy a comfortable lead after 1 quarter in the books, 41-22. Second quarter, when we return, you're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with...
Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with...
Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockers, as we get back to live action, it's the start of the second quarter. On the floor for the Knicks is Alvarado, Towns, McBride, Shamet, and Anunoby. As Towns takes it inside, gets it to Anunoby. Ball is moving its way around the court, ends up back in Anunoby's hand for a corner three is good.
Rising and surprising.
That time, OG Anunoby has 10 points early in this one. Here's Fox back the other way with a left wing corner three of his own. Spurs still out front 44-25. Here's Alvarado, gets it into Towns. Towns with the whip around pass is no good, and it'll be a Knick turnover. Here's Harper into the front court, gets it to Wemby, back to Harper. Harper looking to work on OG Anunoby. Gets it inside to Wemby with the mismatch against Alvarado. Stands his ground. Kicks it out. Ball works his way to De'Aaron Fox in the corner. 4 seconds on the shot clock. Shot heave is up by De'Aaron Fox. Is good. And it looks like we'll have a foul. Off ball on the play as Wembanyama is knocked down to the floor, tussling with the Lilliputian Jose Alvarado, who's doing his best, trying to box out Wemby on that play. And Wembanyama sells the call as he was knocked down to the floor by Alvarado on the De'Aaron Fox jumper. And I think the officials are going to want to take a look at this one. I guess they want to see if it meets the criteria of a flagrant foul, as it's been all Wembanyama, drawing all kind of fouls, getting the benefit of the whistle here in Game 4. As he looked like he might have even traveled on the previous play, but there was no call there. And now they want to review to see if Wembanyama was flagrant fouled by Jose Alvarado, as the Lilliputian wrapped his hands around the inside leg part of Wembanyama. What is he supposed to do? It's like a 4 to 5 foot height differential. Either way, the play is under review. If you're just tuning in, folks, you found Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play. With me, your host, Severe Elder. Be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Your support helps this broadcast. As we are waiting the call from Zach Zarber. And here we go. And the contact does not rise to the level of a flagrant foul after review. It'll be a common foul assessed to Alvarado. Wembanyama will look to go to the line to complete the three-point play, as they counted the De'Aaron Fox jump shot that led to the subsequent foul. Wembanyama at the line. Wembanyama, who finished with 32, 8, and 6 in 3 blocks in Game 3, is off to a good start early in this one. as he knocks down the free throw. 48-25, Knicks down big in this one. Here's Brunson. Gets it across the timeline, looking to work on Harper. Lot of contact as Brunson tried to sell it, and he does. Give Harper the foul out on the perimeter. A little too handsy that time. Knicks will have the ball inbound inside out. Brunson and Anunoby. Back to Brunson, looking to work on Champagnie. Driving right down the right side. Step back, mid-range jumper is up. No good. Battle for the loose ball. It's Karl Anthony Towns who comes away with it.
Pounding and astounding.
And gets the put back to go and add a foul to that as he'll go to the line looking to complete the three-point play. Outworking a couple of Spurs defenders on the inside as he took it up strong against one Carter Bryant and Victor Wembanyama. And the Knicks, who was clamoring for calls in Game 3, is finally getting them to manifest here in Game 4 as Karl Anthony Towns knocks down the free throw to bring the Knicks within 20. He has 6 points in 4 minutes of action. Here's De'Aaron Fox. Gets a screen from Wemby. Drives into a couple of Knick defenders. Kicks it out to Champagnie. Three-pointer is no good. Rebound Towns. Out to Brunson. Brunson into the front court. Putting pressure on the rim. Gets it inside and gets it to go with the left-hand layup.
Driving and thriving.
Brunson that time. Is San Antonio. Fox looking to work on Shaman. Kicks it out to Harper. Left wing three is up and good. 51-30. San Antonio out front. Here's Brunson. Three-point line extended. Working on Wemby. Looking to get inside the painted area. Flip pass over to McBride. On the left wing is no good. Here's the Spurs the other way. Dylan Harper. Dancing and prancing. Whips a pass over to Carter. In the corner for a left wing three is good. Spurs out 54-30. 24-point lead. 9:05 remaining in the second. Here's Brunson. Almost gets the ball knocked away by De'Aaron Fox. Flip shot on the inside, looking for a foul. No good, but gets the basket to drop. 54-32. Knicks trail. Here's Champagnie. Three-pointer up. 26-footer is good. From the top of the key three. Here's Deuce McBride. Gets it over the timeline. Gets it to Karl Anthony Towns. Whips a pass over to Anunoby, driving baseline as he goes up strong, and it'll be a foul on the play. Let's see if they'll call him in the act of shooting, or will they call it would look like to be a pass, as he might have been trying to feed Landry Shamet into the corner for the three-point attempt. And they'll foul will be on the Spurs. Let's see if they'll send Anunoby to the line, or will the Knicks have it side out as we get substitutions abound. Jordan Clarkson seeing action for the first time, substituting for Landry Shamet. As both teams are making a couple of substitutions. And they don't award Anunoby with free throws. It'll be side out New York. Brunson inbound. Gets it inbound to Bridges. Whips it over to Clarkson. Wide open three. Shot is up. Rims in and out. No good. Here comes the Spurs the other way. Here's Castle. Looking to work on Josh Hart. Crossover right to left. Gets into the paint. Kicks it out. Champagnie three left wing. Short, no good. Rebound, Josh Hart. Finds a streaking Jordan Clarkson up the floor and gets the basket to go as he had to contort his body on the inside. And here's San Antonio coming right back as the Knicks give up a half-court alley-oop in transition to Carter Bryant. Knicks trail 59-34. Here's Hart, whips a cross-court pass to Clarkson. Clarkson drives inside, kicks it out to Brunson. Brunson whips it over to Bridges. Pump fake on the three, drives inside, flip shot is up. No good. Rebound, Towns, and it looks like we'll have a foul on the play as Mikal Bridges went crashing to the board, and they'll call a foul on Karl Anthony Towns. That'll be his third. Wow. 7:28 remaining in the second quarter, and Karl Anthony Towns has 3 fouls. Here's Champagnie. Three-pointer back iron, no good. Rebound, Clarkson. Looks like a foul on that play as Carter Bryant comes up with it from Jordan Clarkson. Took it strong to the rim, no good. Knicks come away with it. Here's Brunson into the front court. Hang dribble with the right hand, looking to work on Champagnie. Three-point line extended. Whips it over to Josh Hart, and we'll get a foul as Karl Anthony Towns was looking to post up Luke Kornet and give the foul to Kornet. And the Knicks will have the possession. As Karl Anthony Towns will be relegated to the bench, replaced by Mitchell Robinson. On the floor with Brunson, Hart, Clarkson, and Bridges. Here's Brunson, a deep three, and they wave it off as he was trying to get the shot up as soon as the whistle was called on the reach-in. And they're going to review it. Zach Zarber said, we'll take a look at it, as Brunson shot the ball as soon as the Spurs try to deploy the Hacker Mitch strategy. As soon as they took the foul on Mitchell Robinson, he shot the ball. And it might be waved off as Luke Kornet was taking the foul against Mitchell Robinson before Brunson shot attempt, but the play will be under review and we'll have the results momentarily. If you're just tuning in, Knickerbockerians, you found Knicks on the Call, the #1 place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play. We're calling Knicks games live. Every play, every run, and everything in between, so be sure to keep it locked in. Tap in with me in the chat, Knickerbockerians. Leave your score predictions right now, as the Spurs are seemingly running away with this one. But no deficit has been too large all season for the comeback kids, who always find a way to bring themselves back into the game. But in a game where the Spurs are getting the benefit of the whistle once again, and the results is players like Karl Anthony Towns, who's in early foul woes, being relegated to the bench once again, as the physicality has been ratcheted up ever since Game 3. But be sure to hit that like button, my fellow Knickerbockerians, and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Instagram at KNICKSONTHECALL, where you can revisit the highlights of previous games with your host, Severe Elder, on the call. Let me know how you're feeling right now, Knickerbockerians. I want to hear you tell it. Leave it on scene in the chat. And be sure to check with me at the halftime check as we recap moments and stats of the first half. We're in an official review. They're looking to see if they're going to counter Brunson's three-point basket on a Luke Cornett foul against Mitchell Robinson. And we're back to live action as they wave off the three-point basket. And it ends in Mitchell Robinson at the line shooting a pair. The first attempt is up, and it's no good. Second attempt is up, and it's front iron short. Spurs will come away with the rebound as we get a Jordan Clarkson foul. Taking a foul to get Mitchell Robinson subbed out of the game, who's going to be replaced by Ariel Hugporty as Mike Brown looks to negate the Hacker Mitch strategy. Here's Castle into the front court. Gets it over to Cornett, back to Castle. Lob pass up to Cornett for the alley-oop is negated by Ariel Hugporty. And Spurs will retain possession. 59-34, Spurs lead with 6:44 remaining in the second. As OG Anunoby checks back into the game, replacing Jordan Clarkson, as Mike Brown is going to all kind of different lineups, trying to find some fluidity. On the floor is Hugporty, Brunson, Hart, Bridges, and Anunoby, as Brunson comes away with the steal, takes it down the other way inside of the paint area for a right-hand layup is good.
Driving and thriving.
That time was Brunson. Here's the Spurs the other way. Stanford and Castle, left wing, three-point line extended. Driving in on Brunson, gets the shot blocked by Ariel Hugporty on the inside. Brunson the other way, taking a strong right-hand layup against two Spurs defenders is good.
Gyrating, devastating, penetrating, creating.
That time was Jalen Brunson as he got into the passing lane and took that pass right out of Luke Cornett's hands. And Mitch Johnson, looking to stop New York momentum, calls a timeout as the Knicks look to chip away and find a way to get themselves back into this one. We'll pick it up after the timeout, after a word from our sponsors. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by Selfie Cast Studio, a broadcasting company. You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by Selfie Cast Studio, a broadcasting company.
Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats.
Back to live action. San Antonio will have possession. Wembanyama is checked back into the game, looking to penetrate, and he'll be tied up by OG Anunoby and Hug Porty. And they'll call a jump ball. It'll be between Anunoby and Wembanyama. If the Spurs win the tip, it'll be 7 seconds on the shot clock. And Wemby wins the tip, but it's almost stolen by Josh Hart. Spurs come away with it. Ends up in a Vassell three. Fading away to the right from the left corner. Shot was good. Spurs up big. 62-38 as the Knicks are staring down a super large deficit. The furthest they've been down in any series during this postseason run, as the Brunson shot is no good. Ends up in a Wemby three on the other end, no good. Rebound Knicks. Hart has it. Over to Bridges, who finds Anunoby in the corner. Pump fake on the three. Takes it inside strong, and he'll draw a foul. And that'll send Anunoby to the line for a pair, as the whistle will be called on De'Aaron Fox. Anunoby at the line for two. Looking to chip away at a 62-38 San Antonio Spur lead. 4 for 4 from the line with 10 points. First free throw attempt is up, and it's good. 62-39 with 5:09 remaining in the second quarter. Second attempt is up, and it's good. Give Anunoby 6 for 6 from the free throw line. Free throw disparity is pretty huge in this one thus far, as De'Aaron Fox gets inside, spins around and knocks down a fadeaway elbow jumper, giving the Spurs a 64-40 lead. 4:47 remaining in the second. Jeremy Sohan back on the floor with Brunson, Anunoby, Hart, and Bridges, as Brunson looks to take it strong inside, and he doesn't get a foul, as he looks at the refs like, what is happening? How is it not a foul? As the ball was knocked out of bounds, Knicks will retain possession. Brunson inbound, gets it in Anunoby. Out to Jeremy Sohan, being guarded by Wembanyama. Looking to put pressure against Wembanyama. takes a turnaround fadeaway shot as the shot clock was winding down, ends up in an air ball in a shot clock violation. Knicks turnover. That'll be their 7th thus far in the game. And San Antonio has cashed in 12 points off of those 7 turnovers. Here's Harper looking to get inside. Drive strong around Jeremy Sohan with the left hand layup is good. 66-40. San Antonio Spurs lead. Here's Anunoby looking to penetrate. Gets inside. Spin around shot. Free throw line area is good. As Anunoby appears to be the only Knick player with some life being aggressive. Here's De'Aaron Fox. Over to Harper. Long three-point shot is up, and he gets it to fall. 69-42. San Antonio lead as they're running roughshod all over New York early in this first half. Here's Brunson across the timeline. Pull up three straight on is no good. Battle for the rebound is out of bounds, and it looked like it'll be off San Antonio. Knicks will retain possession. Brunson will look to inbound. On the floor with Sohan, Bridges, Anunoby, and Josh Hart. As Sohan is seeing action due to the early foul woes of Karl Anthony Towns. Brunson, three-point basket from the wing, no foul as he falls down, rebound Spurs. Keldon Johnson in transition, almost loses it. End up in Dylan Harper's hands, who spins around, doing his bet pirouette impression in the paint and gets it to go. As the Spurs are crushing New York in the first half. Here's Josh Hart. A lot of off-ball action, and Brunson will pick up the off-ball foul. It'll go against Devin Vassell. As the Spurs are showing a little bit more aggression and a little bit more physicality. And the Knicks have to find a way to match that physicality and their intensity. As we'll get Brunson to the line for a pair. First attempt is up and it's good. (71-43) Spurs lead. 2:51 remaining in the second quarter. Remember to check in with me, folks, during the halftime. We need to talk about the first half of this one. I want to hear you tell it. Halftime check as soon as we're done with the second quarter. Brunson at the line, looking to cash in on a pair as he knocked down the first, looking to take his second attempt. Free throw attempt is up. Rims around, in and out, no good. Rebound Wembanyama. Here come the Spurs. And Dylan Harper with it. Splits a double team. Whips it out to Castle for three. Short, no good. Battle for the rebound, and Vassell saves it from going out of bounds. Wemby have it. 10 on the shot clock. Sidestep. Pull up three. Over Anunoby is no good. His Hart goes crashing the glass, and it looks like we'll have a whistle on the play. And we'll have a loose ball foul this time. It'll be assessed against Stephon Castle as he ran into Josh Hart, who crashed the glass and ended up with the rebound. Hart with 3 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. He'll be at the line looking to knock down a pair. First attempt is up. Rims around, in and out, no good. On the floor for New York, Anunoby, Josh Hart, Mikal Bridges, Landry Shamet, and Jalen Brunson. As Hart misses a pair, but he comes up with his own rebound. Kicks it out to Jalen Brunson, who knocks down a 26-footer left wing three.
Rising and surprising.
Give him 16, 5 of 12 in the game. Here's De'Aaron Fox looking to get inside. Finds Champagne in the corner. 3-point basket attempt is no good. Brunson with the rebound into the front court. Drops it off to Anunoby, looking to put pressure on the rim. Kicks it out to Hart, and the pass is almost stolen by Vassell as he couldn't save it, falling out of bounds, end up in Brunson's hand. Brunson working on Keldon Johnson. Draws a foul, and that'll send him to the line as he was in the shooting motion. A lot of fumbling and bumbling going on as the Knicks can't seem to control their possessions. Brunson at the line to shoot a pair. First free throw attempt is up. Rims around, in and out, as Brunson missed 2 consecutive free throws thus far. Looking to cash in on the second attempt. 71-46 Spurs lead. Minute 45 remaining in the second. Second attempt for Brunson is good. Here comes De'Aaron Fox the other way. Across the timeline, staring down Mikal Bridges. Gets it over to Harper. Back to De'Aaron Fox looking for a Wemby screen. Wemby rolls. Gets the alley-oop from De'Aaron Fox. Bats it around up in the air to himself and tips it in. 73-47. Spurs lead as Brunson drives strong down the right side with the right hand. Pull-up jumper is good.
Wheeling and dealing.
That time was Jalen Brunson. Knicks still down big. 19 for Brunson, 15 points in the second quarter for him. Here's Harper. Another right wing three from the corner is good. As the Knicks are leaving him open, they have to get their rotations in order. Here's Anunoby looking to exploit Wembanyama. Dancing, prancing. Shot is up. Corner three is no good. Defended well that time by Wembanyama. Spurs the other way. Here's Wemby. A deep 32-foot three-point shot attempt is no good. Rebound New York. Brunson looking to put pressure on the defense. Gets inside. Flip shot at the rim is short, no good. 76-49. Spurs. 20 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Knicks need a stop. Fox will have it. Half-court line extended. Staring down Bridges. Looking to get the switch on to Brunson, and he does. Fox looking to penetrate. 1 second. Gets the shot off the short. Gets his own rebound, and that'll do it. As the game clock expires in the second quarter. And it's the largest halftime lead by a road team in NBA Finals history. As the Spurs take a 76-49 lead into the half. And we'll recap it with the halftime check when we return. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
Severe Elder on the beats.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with...
Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with...
Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats.
Get ready to leave it on scene. It's the halftime check, live with Knicks on the Call.
All right, my fellow Knickerbockerins. As we are at the halftime check, if you just tuned in, you found Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play, with me, your host, Severe Elder. As the Knicks are down big in this one. The Spurs lead the Knicks 76-49 after shooting 59.6% from the field and 53.8% from three, shooting 14 for 26 from downtown with a season high 14 threes in the first half. The Spurs have scored at least 13 points when Benyama has 16. Harper and Vassell each have 15. Harper set a new career high with 13 points and 3 threes in the second quarter. The Spurs have reached 17 assists and only have 2. Yes, I said it, 2 turnovers. And Brunson has 19 points for the Knicks, including 15 of those coming in quarter number 2. And the rest of the team has only made 9 field goals and 4 threes, as the Knicks have attempted 23 free throws and only making 15 of those, as the Spurs have 5 steals compared to only 2 for New York. But the Knicks hold a 28-21 rebound advantage. But it's been Karl Anthony Towns, who only has 6 points and 3 rebounds, relegated to the bench due to early foul woes. As once again, the Spurs are getting the benefit of some key whistles, despite the fact that New York has actually taken more free throws. In some strange and quirky way, the game, as far as the whistle is concerned, still appears to be a bit lopsided, in my humble opinion. But it's the Spurs who are running away with this one early, as they came out the more aggressive team, the more physical team. And the Knicks just haven't found a way to match that physicality or intensity thus far in this one. As we take a look at the team comparisons, San Antonio Spurs are shooting almost 60% from the field, while New York is only shooting 40% from the field. So they have to do a better job in that regard. And despite the Knicks taking 23 free throws, the Spurs have only taken 6, and they've knocked down all 6. But it's the Spurs that has the ball moving. They have it hopping and popping with a team high 18 assists to the Knicks 7. And my thing has always been the Knicks, in order for them to win, has to have their team assist totals at minimum at that 22 to 24 assist mark, as they're coming up shy in the first half of this one. And as we take a look at the fast break points, give the Knicks 11 to San Antonio's 9. But it's the points off of turnovers that's telling the story thus far in this one, as the Knicks have given up 14 points off of turnovers, while they only managed to cash in 3 points off of turnovers. But I want to hear you tell it, Knickerbockerians. Let me know how you're feeling about what's taking place in the first half. Leave it on scene in the comments below, or tap in with me in the chat. And if you're enjoying this broadcast, be sure to hit that thumbs up, hit the like button, and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps keep this broadcast on air. And that'll do it for the first half, folks, as there's nothing much really to say, but the Knicks have to find a way to wake up. Will they be able to get back into this one, or is the lead too insurmountable at this point? But if there's anything we know about the comeback is they're not going to wave the white flag. They'll do their best, and they'll fight tooth and nail to climb out of the doldrums in this one. It'll be the second half, start of the third quarter, when we return. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
Hit the music.
You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by Selfie Cast Studio, a broadcasting company. You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by Selfie Cast Studio, a broadcasting company.
Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with
People
Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with
People
Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockerians, as we open the third quarter of the second half, it's 76-49. Spurs lead. New York opens the third with the possession. Here's Brunson over the Cat. Probing gets it over to Anunoby. Pump fake on the 3. 2 seconds, 1 second on the shot clock. Shot is up, it's no good. Hart diving to the floor to get the rebound to no avail. Spurs the other way. Here's De'Aaron Fox looking to get inside. Whips it out to Vassell. Wide open 3, back iron, no good. Battle for the loose ball, rebound out of bounds. Spurs. Knicks will have it. As the comeback kids have a large task in front of them, trying to climb out of a 76-49 hole. Here's Brunson weaving. Gets it to Hart. Swing past Anunoby, who knocks down the right wing 3.
Rising and surprising.
Was OG Anunoby. Knicks knee stops. Here's Castle. Looking to lob it inside to Wemby. Guarded well that time by Karl Anthony Towns. Knicks in transition the other way. As the ball almost goes out of bounds as Anunoby gets it stripped from him. Spurs the other way. Wemby wide open. On the right wing, knocks down the 3. It'll be 79-52. Spurs lead. Here's Hart. Gets it over the Cat. Over the Bridges. Look at the penetrate over Wemby. Flip shot that time is no good. Spurs rebound. Vassell the other way. Gets it to Castle. Bowls over Jalen Brunson. And there'll be a foul on the play. This time it'll be offensive. It'll be against Stephon Castle, who threw the elbow, coming downhill like a running back looking to engage the defense. Knocks over Brunson, and he'll pick up the charge. And New York will have the possession as Castle is relegated to the bench. That foul cost him his 4th. Brunson inbounds to Bridges. Bridges looking to bring the ball across the timeline. Gets a screen from Towns. Picks up his dribble. Gets it over to Towns, being guarded by Champagnie. Towns driving in from the 3-point line to the basket. Ball is knocked out of his hands, off of his legs, and out of bounds. Spurs will have it. Knicks needed stops. Here's Vassell looking to penetrate. Kicks it out to De'Aaron Fox, looking to work on Anunoby. Snatch back crossover over Anunoby is good. As the Spurs have it rolling. Here's Hart. Kicks it over to Bridges. Bridges. And looks like we'll have an off-ball foul. It'll go against Wembanyama. As Karl Anthony Towns looked like he might have took a blow to the head area. And the refs are going to signal we'll take a review. They want to take a look at this one. Looks like an elbow to the upper head area of Karl Anthony Towns by Wembanyama. Possibly inadvertent, as they were arm wrestling. But nonetheless, they might have to take a look at it. And they call it a flagrant. As Wemby that time, flailing his elbow. And we are under official review. I assume it should be upgraded to a flagrant foul, inadvertent or not. Wemby has been getting away with murder thus far. We'll have the call momentarily. It's an 81-52 Spurs lead with 9:27 remaining in the third as we are under an official review. If you're just tuning in, folks, you found Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play with me, your host, Severe Elder, calling every Knicks game live, every play, every run, and everything in between. So stay locked in and keep rocking steady. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support is instrumental to this broadcast. As the refs are in a huddle, here's Zach Zarba to the microphone with the call. And it'll meet the criteria of a flagrant foul, penalty 1, assessed against Wembanyama. And that should send Karl Anthony Towns to the line for 2 shots, and the Knicks will retain possession. Karl Anthony Towns at the line to shoot the flagrant penalty 1. First attempt is up, and it's good. 81-53 Spurs lead. Third flagrant of the postseason by Wembanyama. As Karl Anthony Towns at the line, shooting his second attempt is up and good. Knicks still down big in this one. 81-54 with 9:27 in the third. Knicks will have it side out. Josh Hart to inbound. Gets it into Jalen Brunson. Over to Josh Hart. Gets it over to Karl Anthony Towns on the left wing. Over to Brunson, who comes around the curl play. 3-point shot, no good. Rebound Spurs. New York needs to string together some stops. Here's Fox working on Anunoby, snatching him back. Kicks it out to Vassell. Vassell in the paint. Over to Wemby, kicks it over to Keldon Johnson. Drives inside, flip shot at the basket is no good. Gets his own rebound, takes it up strong, still no good. Rebound Knicks. Here's Josh Hart into the front court. Finds a cutting OG Anunoby, who gets the flush. And Spurs back the other way. Quick 3-point shot by Champagnie is no good. Rebound Knicks. Anunoby has it. Looking to get into the lane, kicks it out to Bridges. Bridges probing inside, brings it back out, drops it off to Brunson. Brunson pull up for a right wing 3 is good.
Rising and surprising.
7-0 run in the last minute 16 by New York. And Mitch Johnson doesn't like what he sees, wants to talk it over as the Knicks look to chip into this lead. And we'll pick it up from there when we return after these messages. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the Call.
Severe Elder on the beats.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with...
Oh, that's Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
When you want to hear live New York Knicks play-by-play, it's Knicks on the Call with...
Oh, that's Severe Elder, yeah.
Yeah, severe, yeah.
Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockerins, as we get back to live action. Knicks on a 7-0 run, looking to cut into the lead as San Antonio will open possession after the timeout. Knicks need to get some stops. Here's Wembanyama. Gets it off the De'Aaron Fox, who finds Harper. Left wing three. Long that time, no good. Rebound, Towns. Here's Jalen Brunson into the front court. Almost loses it. Looking to work on Keldon Johnson. Takes a bump. Step back, fadeaway short. No good. Rebound, Spurs. Here's Dylan Harper. Gets it over to Wemby, over to Vassell, back to Wemby. 3-point line extended. DHO to De'Aaron Fox, being guarded by Anunoby. Bounce pass, intercepted by Brunson. Brunson looking to find a cut in Anunoby, but will have a kick ball. Kicked out of bounds into the backcourt by Wembanyama. As we take a look at the replay, De'Aaron Fox looking for the pick and roll. Wembanyama was thinking pick and pop. Led to a turnover. Back to live action. Brunson inbound. Gets it into Bridges. Looking to find Cat on the right wing. Spins. Looking to work inside on Keldon Johnson. Flip shot at the basket is no good. Wemby will have it into the front court. Knicks need stops. Here's Harper. Looking to work on Brunson. Kicks it to Vassell. 3-point shot attempt is up, no good. Defended well by OG Anunoby that time. Here's the Knicks into the front court. Towns will have it. Probin finds Anunoby. Right wing three is good.
Rising and surprising.
Anunoby. Knicks on a 10-0 run over the last 2 minutes and 54 seconds of this one. Looking to mount a comeback. Still down 81-62. 6:45 remaining in the third. Here's Fox. Gets it over to Keldon Johnson. Deep corner three, no good. Rebound, Brunson. Knicks in transition. Here's Brunson. Hang dribble. Looking to get inside. Penetrates. Kicks it out to Anunoby. Pump fake from the 3-point line. Drops it off the Bridges. Gets inside, turn around, floater, bounces around the rim and off. Rebound, Spurs. Here's Harper, being guarded by Anunoby. Try to get the switch, nothing there. Over to Fox, 8 seconds on the shot clock. Being guarded by Josh Hart. Fox looking to operate, step back three is short. Rebound, Karl Anthony Towns. in the midst of a Spurs crowd. Outlets to Bridges. Gets it to Brunson. In the front court looking to work on Wemby. Weaving. In and out dribble. Hang dribble. Backs him out. Gets it over to Anunoby. Back to Brunson. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Drives in the lane. Kicks it to Anunoby. Finds Hart. Hart has to get it up. Gets it to Bridges. In the corner. 3-point shot is no good. Battle for the rebound. And it'll be out of bounds. And the Knicks will retain possession. Substitutions into the game. Landry Shamet checks in, replacing Mikal Bridges. Knicks trail 81-62. 5 on the floor is Alvarado, Shamet, Towns, Brunson, and Josh Hart. A peculiar lineup I don't think we've seen all season. As you have 2 small guards in the backcourt between Brunson and Alvarado. Ball inbounded to Josh Hart, who nails down a straight on, dead on 3.
Rising and surprising.
Josh Hart gets it to fall. Knicks on a 13-0 run over the last 4 minutes and 25 seconds. Here's Harper looking to get inside. Can't get a pass off. Intercepted by Hart. Hart in transition. Kicks it out to Shamet. Stop, pops the 3-pointer is no good. Tip out off the rebound from Hart to Towns. And looks like we're going to have a stoppage in play as the Towns 3-point attempt is no good. But we'll stay down on this end. It'll be a whistle against San Antonio. And the Knicks will have it side out with Brunson looking to inbound. Looking to extend this 13-0 run over the past 4 minutes and 25 seconds. Still trail 81-65. 5-0, 1 remaining in the third. Here's Brunson. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Gets a screen from Alvarado. 4 seconds. Gotta go. Alvarado stop. Pops a 3. Way off. No good. Rebound Spurs. Knicks knee stops. Here's Castle. Looking to work on Hart, who ends up on the floor. Castle looking to penetrate. Bump. Shot is up short. And we'll get a foul call on the play. As Castle jumper was short, but they'll tag Josh Hart with the foul on that possession. And that will send Stephon Castle to the line for 2 as Hart got him on the forearm. Put Castle on the line. First attempt is up, and it's good. Castle looking to take his second attempt, trying to cash in a pair on the Josh Hart foul. Shot attempt is up, and it's good. Give him 2. 83-65 San Antonio lead. Here's Alvarado looking to get into the paint. Whips it out to Hart for a wide open 3. Back iron no good. Battle for the rebound. Wemby comes away with it. New York needs a stop. Here's Castle looking to work on Shamet. Gets it over to Harper. Driving into the lane. Right-handed layup is up. Spins around and no good. But he'll draw foul. And it'll be on Karl Anthony Towns. And charge Karl Anthony Towns with his 4th personal. Sending Harper to the line. $84-65. Spurs lead with 4:10 remaining in the third. And Karl Anthony Towns will be relegated to the bench once again due to foul woes. Here's Harper. Second attempt is good. 85-65. Spurs lead by 20. Here's Alvarado on the floor with Brunson, Robinson, Anunoby, and Landry Shamet. Brunson will have it. Half-court line extended. Gets a switch on to Wemby. Gets inside, weaving. Shot is up, and it's good.
Gyrating, devastating, wheeling and dealing.
Was Jalen Brunson. And send him to the line where he'll look to complete the three-point play. That foul will go against Dylan Harper. Brunson at the line looking to complete the three-point play. Free throw rattles around and in. Count the basket. 25 for Brunson. 8 of 18 from the field. 7 of 9 from the line. Here's Castle. Knicks need stops. Over to Champagnie, being guarded by Brunson. Over to Harper, who bumps Anunoby and sends him to the floor. And takes a pull-up jumper that's good. Displaying his strength on that play. Here's Brunson, looking to go to work. Gets it over to Anunoby, who drives inside. And the ball was knocked out of his hands. And it'll be Nick Ball. They'll retain possession. Side out. Brunson inbound. To Mitchell Robinson. Back to Brunson. Gets a Mitchell screen. Brunson looking to go to work. Elbow jumper over Dylan Harper. Is good.
Rising and surprising.
That time was Jalen Brunson. 87-70. Knicks trail. Here's Harper. Takes a left wing three, air ball out of bounds. Knicks will have it as they need to string together a bit more stops to get back with this one. Trim the deficit to 17 as Brunson has 27 on the game. And we'll have a timeout as San Antonio wants to talk things over. We'll pick it up from there when we return. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by Selfie Cast Studio, a broadcasting company. You're now listening to Knicks on the Call with Severe Elder, brought to you by Selfie Cast Studio, a broadcasting company.
Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockers, if you're just tuning in, you found Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play. With me, your host, Severe Elder. You're rocking steady with the finals. It's Game 4, Knicks and Spurs. And what appeared to be a tightly contested matchup through 3 games has found the Spurs with control of Game 4 as the Knicks have possession after the timeout. 87-70 Spurs lead. Here's Brunson looking to go to work. Finds Mitchell Robinson. Rolling to the basket for the alley-oop. Gotham lob.
This year is swishing, huffing and stuffing.
That time, Brunson to Robinson. Here the Spurs the other way. De'Aaron Fox with a left corner 3, no good. Rebound Spurs, ends up in Wemby's hands. 3-point basket, no good. Spurs come away with another offensive rebound. Back out to Wemby, who takes another 3. Back iron, no good. Knicks have the rebound. Here's Brunson into the front court. Looking to go to work. Hang dribble, crossover, turnover. Threw it right into the hands of Stephon Castle as Wemby follows up on the play and will have a whistle. And we got a foul on the play. It's going to go against Clarkson. As we take a look at the replay of the Jalen Brunson pass, try to whip a pass over to Shamet, but it was intercepted. Back to live action. Spurs have it. Here's Castle. Weaving, gets it out of Vassell for a deep right wing 3 is good. 90-72 Spurs with a massive lead out front with 1:35 remaining in the third. Brunson will have it. Sees a double. Gets off the ball. Gets it over to Shamet. Shamet finds Clarkson. Back to Shamet. Ball is finally moving. Brunson on the inside. Whips it over to Clarkson. Almost a turnover. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Clarkson has to get it up. He does. In and out. No good. Mitch couldn't secure the rebound. Spurs will have it. Knicks need stops. And we'll get a turnover by San Antonio. Miscommunication that time between De'Aaron Fox and Wembanyama. Brunson will have it. Looking to work on Vassell. Gets it over to Anunoby in the corner, deep in the right side. Gets it to Robinson. Back to Anunoby. Step back 3. Shot is up. Bounces around the rim. And good.
Rising and surprising.
As Anunoby appears to be the only Knick with a knack. Give him 25 on 5 of 7 shooting from downtown. 38 seconds remaining in the third. Here's De'Aaron Fox looking to work on Brunson. Ball hits off his foot and he kicks it out of bounds. It'll be another San Antonio Spurs turnover. And Knicks will have possession with 33 seconds remaining in the third. 90-75 Spurs lead as Mitchell Robinson will take a seat, replaced by Karl Anthony Towns, who's plagued by foul woes with 4 fouls in this one. Here's Clarkson inbound on the floor with Shamet, Brunson, Anunoby, and Karl Anthony Towns. Here's Brunson into the front court. Looking to work on Wemby. Drops it off to Anunoby, who gets it stripped by De'Aaron Fox. Loose ball recovery by Towns. Gets it over to Clarkson. Clarkson try to whip a pass to Shamet, and it's intercepted. Spurs the other way. Knicks need stops. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Wemby at the horn. Shot is up. No good. And that'll close the third. San Antonio out front, 90-75. Knicks have trailed by as many as 29 in this one. Got it as close to 15, trying to chip away and cut into this San Antonio lead. And we'll pick it up with the fourth quarter when we return. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats. Severe Elder on the beats.
Back to live action. Spurs will have possession after the timeout. After the end of the third as we begin the fourth quarter. And we get a well-contested block by Mitchell Robinson against Wembanyama. But Spurs will retain possession as the ball was knocked out of bounds. Harper will have it. Knicks need stops, consecutive stops. And looks like we'll get one here. Possible San Antonio turnover as the ball was deflected by Mitchell Robinson. And Mike Brown wants to challenge it as the refs awarded the basketball to San Antonio. But Mike Brown says not so fast. I want us to take a look at it. Hard to tell on that replay as both players look like they had fingertips on the basketball. as we'll get an official review underway. All right, Knickerbockerians, we're in an official review as the Knicks need to value any and every possession that they get, looking to climb back in this one, down 90-75. If they can get it to 10, they'll be within striking distance. Trailing is by as many as 29. They've gotten the lead cut down to 15. If you're just tuning in, Knickerbockerians and Knick fans nationwide, you found Knicks on the Call, the number one place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play with me, your host, Severe Elder. This program is brought to you by SelfieCast Studio, streaming live to YouTube and Twitch TV. You're rocking steady with Game 4 of the NBA Finals. It's Knicks and Spurs. And the Knicks coach's challenge is successful. Call will be overturned as it was deemed to be touched last by Victor Wembanyama. And man, I tell you, the Spurs do sure get some benefit of the doubt calls as the Knicks look to climb back into this one. Much needed turn of events there. Here's Brunson as we get back to live action. Finds Deuce McBride in the corner for a three, no good. Gets it over to De'Aaron Fox, looking to ignite the Spurs offense. Over to Johnson, kicks it out to Harper. Three-point line extended, working on McBride. Spinorama, gets inside, flip shot at the basket is good, as he took it strong to the paint that time. And I'm impressed with the way Dylan Harper has played and his physicality. Here's Brunson, looking to go to work. Gets it over to Mitchell Robinson. Dan Anobi, 7 seconds on the shot clock. Lobs it up to Mitchell Robinson, but he couldn't get it to convert that time. Here's the Spurs the other way. Knicks knee stops. Alley-oop to Wemby as he plays tall and big, tipping his own missed shots in and around the basket. And he'll draw a foul, and it'll send him to the line for a pair of free throws. As we take a look at the replay, that Deuce McBride 3 on the other end was thwarted by Wemby, who got a piece of that shot. As the long arm of the law strikes again. Back to live action. Wemby at the line. First attempt is up and good. Spurs still out front, 93-75. As we get a substitution into the game. Wemby 4-4 from the line, 7-19 from the field with 20 points and 11 rebounds. Second attempt rattles around in and out. Rebound Anunoby. Here's Brunson. Into the front court. Looking to get inside the paint. Kicks it out to Shaman. Stop, pops a corner three a little long that time, no good. 93-75 Spurs. Here's Harper. Staring down Bridges. Back over to Fox. Three-point line extended. Back to Harper. 27-footer is no good. Rebound Jalen Brunson. Into the front court. Down the left side. Throws the alley-oop a little too high to Mitchell Robinson. Ball is batted. Ends up in Bridges' hands for a corner three. No good. Rebound Keldon Johnson. Gets it over to De'Aaron Fox. Looking to get into the paint. Probing. Try to lob a pass up into Wemby. And he'll draw a foul. As Landry Shamet negated the alley-oop that time, but that'll be his second. And we'll get a substitution. Karl Anthony Towns playing with 4 fouls is checked back into the game, replacing Mitchell Robinson. Who's played 13 minutes in this one. Has 5 rebounds and a couple of points and a block shot. Here's Wemby. Inside of the painted area. Playing big and tall. One-handed. Gets his own rebound. Over everybody. And tips his own missed shot back in. Knicks the other way. Here's Towns. Looking to work. Sees a double. Gets it to Bridges. Whips it over to Alvarado into the corner for a wide open left wing corner three. Rattles around and good.
Rising and surprising.
As Alvarado find himself open on that play. Gets the left wing corner three to fall. Is Castle with an alley-oop pass to Wembanyama, who catches it and delivers it in over Alvarado, but they'll wave the basket off as they'll call a foul on the floor. This time it'll be against Alvarado. And that'll put Wembanyama on the line to shoot another pair. Negative. San Antonio will have it side out. Here's Castle. Alley-oop to Wembanyama. No good. Battle for the rebound. Towns comes up with it. Gets it to Hart, who finds a streaking, cutting across the middle. Mikal Bridges for the easy layup.
This is swishing, driving, and thriving.
Was Josh Hart feeding Mikal Bridges for the layup that time. As the Knicks once again looking to cut into the lead. It's 95-78. San Antonio out front as the Knicks are looking to steady chip away at this one. Mitch Johnson doesn't like what he sees, calls a timeout, and will take a break and pick it up on the other side of these messages. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockerins, as we get back to live action. New York looking to surmount a comeback as they've been trailing big throughout this one. Spurs have been firmly in control with Wemby showing his dominance in Game 4. 8:33 remaining. Spurs have the possession. Here's Wemby. 5 on the shot clock, looking to work on Towns. Pull up left wing jumper is no good. Rebound Brunson. Gets it poked out of his hands from behind by Keldon Johnson. Castle will have it. Turnover Knicks. Here's Castle. Sees a double. And he'll be pushed into the backcourt. And it'll be a foul. Charge it to Jalen Brunson. It'll be the 4th team foul on the Knicks with 8:07 remaining. Spurs have it side out. Knicks need stops. Here's Harper, who's been on one all game. Whips it over to Castle. 2 seconds on the shot clock. Gets it up deep in the corner. 3, no good, as it'll be a shot clock violation. Knicks will have the possession. Looking to chip further into this lead, down 15. Here's Brunson crossing the timeline. Over to Bridges. Bridges to Hart in the corner. Looking to drive. Kicks it out. Ball is swinging. Ends up in Alvarado hands. Gets it into the paint. Draws out Wemby. As he got the mismatch against Towns. Towns pump fake on the 3. 2 seconds. Step back behind the line. 3-point shot is up. And good!
Rising and surprising.
As Karl Anthony Towns gets that one to fall. Here comes the Spurs. Castle inside. Looking to draw a foul. And he does. And that'll put him on the line. As Karl Anthony Towns on the previous play knocked down a step back 3-pointer. Fell to the floor. Out of bounds. But didn't get a foul call. And the other way, Castle looking to impose his will inside the painted area. Draws a foul, and he'll be at the line to shoot a pair. As Karl Anthony Towns with 11 points in the game thus far. Castle, free throw attempt is up and good. Keeps the Spurs out front 96-83 with 7:14 remaining. Substitutions abound. Anunoby checking back into the game, replacing Mikal Bridges. Castle at the line, looking to shoot his second attempt. Knicks 5 on the floor is Brunson, Alvarado, Hart, Anunoby, and Towns. As Castle knocks down the second. Here's Brunson. Into the front court across the timeline on the left side with the left hand. Drops it off to Anunoby, who rises up for the 3-point left wing shot is good.
Rising and surprising.
Anunoby with 28 points in this one. And we have a Spurs turnover as Harper was trapped around that half-court line. Here's Anunoby. Whips it over to Karl Anthony Towns. Looking to penetrate against Wemby. Flip shot is up and good. A lot of contact on that play, but no foul call. Here's the Spurs the other way as we get a whistle on the play. And it looks like it'll be a foul against Alvarado. And if I'm Mike Brown, I might want to take a look at this one. As we look at the replay on the Karl Anthony Towns drive, as he gets the teardrop floater on the baseline, drive over Wembanyama through a lot of contact with no foul on the play. But here it is, Stephon Castle in a questionable foul call on Alvarado is at the line looking to shoot a pair as he gets the first to go. Knicks down by 10. Alvarado making strong contributions, using up all of his fouls. He has 5 fouls in this one. Here's Castle with his second attempt is up, and it's good. Knicks down 11. Here's Jalen Brunson. Bringing the ball up the court, gets it across the timeline. Working on Fox. 3-point line extended. Gets an Alvarado screen. Gets the switch on the Champagne. Crossover right to left. Down the lane. Flip shot is up. No good, but he'll draw a foul. And that'll put Brunson on the line. Looking to shoot a pair free throws here. And any points with the clock stopped is good money for the Knicks. As Brunson looks to capitalize on 2. Charge the foul against Stephon Castle. Here's Brunson. First attempt is up and it's good. Cuts the lead back to 10. And New York, who hasn't had much going throughout this one, has finally cut into a massive double-digit lead as the comeback kids on the march. Second free throw is up, rattles around and good. Knicks knee stops. Here's De'Aaron Fox into the front court. Working on Brunson. Over the Champagne 3 is off. No good. A rebound. Hart comes away with it. Alvarado comes away with it. Gets it to Hart, who gets it off to Brunson. Brunson looking to penetrate. Turnover. Spurs the other way. Ball ends up in Vassell hands for a 3. A little long that time. No good. Rebound Towns. Knicks will have it in the front court. Here's Karl Anthony Towns. Gets it over to Jalen Brunson. Looking to work on Champagne. Back to Towns. Pump fakes a 3. Looking to drive. Step back. Gets Wemby in the air. 5 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Here's Brunson. Inside. Right hand layup against 2 defenders is good.
Driving and thriving. Gyrating. Devastating.
Jalen Brunson. Knicks on a 17-4 run. Over the last 4 minutes and 25 seconds of this one. Cut the lead down to 7. 5 minutes to go. Here's De'Aaron Fox. Step back, snatch, dribble. Shot is up, no good. Tipped out of bounds by Wembanyama. New York will have possession. As the Knicks cut a massive lead down to 7. 99-92. Brunson will have it. Looking to go to work on Castle. Gets a switch on to Wemby. Sees a double. Gets it over to Towns. Ball ends up in Alvarado hands. He finds Anunoby for the left wing. Corner 3 is good.
Rising and surprising.
That time, OG Anunoby. Knicks on a 20-4 run over the last 5 minutes have cut the lead down to 4. With a little under 5 minutes remaining, we are now officially in crunch time. And we'll pick it up after this break. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
Severe Elder on the beats.
All right, Knickerbockerins, as things are starting to get tight, we get back to live action. Here's Wemby, looking to work on Towns, gets it over in the DHO to Fox, being guarded tightly, spins off Anunoby, kicks it out to Vassell. Vassell back to Fox, left wing three is up, and it's good. As Fox quells all that noise. 102-95 Spurs lead. 4 minutes remaining. Brunson will have it, looking to work on Dylan Harper. Gets it over to Alvarado. Gets into the paint, spin around. Flip shot at the rim is good as he duped Julian Champagnie that time. And his contributions has been immeasurable thus far in this one. Count the basket, Alvarado. Here's Fox looking to work on Anunoby. Gets it to Wembanyama, who nails the jumper over Karl Anthony Towns. Back the other way. 104-97. 3:20 remaining in the third. Brunson looking to go to work. Sees a double. Dribbling a little too much. Gets it to Alvarado. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Back to Brunson. Over to Alvarado. Wide open three. Right swing shot. 27-footer is good.
Rising and surprising.
Grand Theft Alvarado cuts the lead back to 4. 2:55 remaining in the fourth. Things are getting tight. And Fox dribbles it off of his foot. They say it was deflected by Anunoby into the backcourt. Pulls up for a three, and it's no good as the ball goes out of bounds. Knicks will have possession. Down 4. 104-100. Have an opportunity right here to trim the deficit to 2 or 1 if they get a three-point basket. Here's Brunson bringing the ball up into the front court, working on Castle. Half-court line extended. Karl Anthony Towns with the screen. Gets the switch on to Wemby. Hang dribble. Brunson gets it over to Alvarado. Back to Brunson. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Deep three. Over Wembanyama is good.
Rising and surprising.
That time, Jalen Brunson cuts the lead to 1. San Antonio out front. 2 minutes remaining. And we get a turnover. De'Aaron Fox throws it away. Ends up in a Josh Hart fast break, but he couldn't convert the easy bunny as he blew the layup that time. Spurs the other way. Here's Wemby. Gets inside, penetrates, and draws a foul. What a sequence of events there as the Knicks trail by 1. 104-103 as things are starting to get tight. As we take a look at the De'Aaron Fox turnover, but Josh Hart couldn't capitalize on the easy bunny, as he'll be thinking about that missed layup if the Knicks drop this one all night, as it didn't get much easier than that. Here's Wembanyama at the line, back rims a free throw. Is no good. 1:47 remaining in the fourth quarter. The comeback kids have done it again. Cut what at one point was a 29-point lead down to 1. As Wembanyama misses a pair. Fumbling the ball, Knicks almost loses it. Here's Brunson into the front court. Looking to work on Devin Vassell. Gets a switch on to Wemby. Sees a double. Handling the ball. Back to Brunson. 5 seconds on the clock. Looking to go to work on Castle. Dribbling. 2 seconds. 1 second. Gets into the lane. Flip shot at the basket is good.
Gyrating, devastating. Wheeling and dealing.
Jalen Brunson gives the Knicks a 105-104 lead with 1:12 remaining. Here's San Antonio. Knicks need a stop. Over to Castle. Almost turns over the ball. Josh Hart with the Hawking defense. And we'll get a whistle on the play. It's a San Antonio turnover as Stephon Castle steps out of bounds, driving along the baseline. Knicks ball. And what a turn of events we have in this one. New York will have possession. Here's Brunson with a 1-point lead. 55 seconds remaining. Brunson, switch on to Wemby, sees a double, gets it to Alvarado. Alvarado probing. Dribbling, gets it back to Brunson. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Looking to drive inside. And we'll get a tie-up. Brunson flip shot at the rim. No shot clock violation. As I think Brunson is trying to do a little too much, playing hero ball in this one. But the Knicks, with 38.8 seconds remaining, has managed to come back and take the lead and are up by 1. As the Garden crowd looks over in suspense, and they'll relegate Brunson to the bench, and we'll have a timeout. San Antonio, when we return. A little over 38 seconds remaining. Knicks up 1. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call. As we get back to live action, what a turn of events in this one. The Knicks, dead in the water, in the doldrums, has risen like Lazarus from the dead. 1-point lead, 38.8 seconds remaining. They need to stop here. Here's Fox looking to work on Anunoby. Jumper, no good rebound battle. And Castle will draw a foul. This time it'll go against Josh Hart, as him and Castle went crashing to the boards. And this was sin. Stephon Castle to the line, looking to shoot a pair, with San Antonio down 1. Here's Castle. First attempt is up, and it's good. Ties the ball game at 105 apiece. He has 12 points and 7 of 7 from the free throw line. 30.3 remaining in this one. 105 all. San Antonio looking to go up front with this free throw by Castle here, and he nails it. Gives them a 106-105 lead, and Mike Brown will call a timeout, looking to draw up a play on this possession. If you're just tuning in, Knickerbockers, you found Knicks on the Call, the #1 place to be for live New York Knicks play-by-play. With me, your host, Severe Elder, calling Knicks games live. Every play, every run, and everything in between. So stay locked in and keep it right here. Tap in with me. Leave your comments below. Give me your score prediction. How will this one finish? Will the comeback kids reign victorious from the insurmountable deficit that they were facing all game to spoil the Spurs' hopes of capturing Game 4 on the Garden floor? Or will it be the resolve and the resiliency of the San Antonio Spurs, led by the neophyte phenom Victor Wembanyama, as we're locked in a tight one? Who would have thought the Knicks could get the game to this point? We're on this possession. They have a chance to take the lead. Let's see what Mike Brown is drawn up here. On the floor is Hart, Towns, Anunoby, Brunson, and Alvarado, who's been spectacular. Here's Brunson looking to work on Vassell. Three-point line extended. Fancy dribbling through the legs. Step back. Gets it up to Towns. Gets it right back to Brunson. Looking to penetrate. Gets it up high off the glass. No good. Battle for the loose ball is tipped into the backcourt. Ends up in De'Aaron Fox, who took it strong to the hole but was blocked by Anunoby. This is the game right here. The Knicks have a chance with 5.7 seconds remaining. And let's see if they award the Mike Brown timeout, as Alvarado almost caused the backcourt violation on that play. And depending on the scramble situation, they could have easily called the backcourt violation. And we'll have a timeout, New York Knicks, as things are getting tight. What a game thus far. Garden crowd is hanging in there in suspense, as they know the comeback kids always find a way to mount their comeback, as they've mounted the comeback and managed to bring the game within one. And what a sequence of events as we get back to live action. Spurs out front 106-105. How will this one play out? Time will tell. What a turn of events. As the Knicks managed to find a way to work themselves back into the game. And Alvarado with a savvy play. He's played spectacular. Words can't express how much his poise and the impression he's put on this game. As it all comes down to this moment, 5.7 seconds remain. Knicks will inbound. Anunoby hits it into Brunson. Brunson, deep three. Shot is up off the front rim. No good, but the tap-in is put in as OG Anunoby comes flying out of nowhere. Gets the tap-in. Puts the Knicks up 107-106 with 1.2 seconds remaining. Oh my goodness! What a play! I can't believe it! As the basketball gods has descended down from the heavens and shined the spotlight on one OG Anunoby as Brunson hit the front rim on a 32-footer over the Wemby contest. But Anunoby, falling like the Archangel Michael from the heavens, managed to get the tip over two Spurs and gets the basket to fall in an incredible effort to crash the boards, has put the Knicks up 107 to 106. But there's still 1.2 seconds remaining. And the Spurs have more than enough time to get a quality basket here as they look stunned, as the Knicks need a stop on this play. Harper to inbound. They say defense wins championships. Well, here we go. Gets it in the castle. And that'll do it. No shot is, they can't get the shot off. And the shot game clock is expired. And the Knicks take a 3-1 series lead. 107, 106 is your final. Knicks win, Knicks win, Knicks win! In the most improbable comeback victory in finals history. Largest comeback win in NBA finals history. Trailed by 29 points. And they've managed to put on the rally caps and chipped away and climbed back in the game and found a way. This is insane. Wow. What an incredible turning point of events as the Garden crowd was looking somber. And then the Knicks, in a miraculous turn of events, mounted what seemed like the most improbable comeback that I've ever seen in finals history. Wow! What a game this turned out to be. Who would have saw it coming? The incredible effort by OG Anunoby saves the game with the biggest shot of the Knicks franchise history, with the tap-in on the 32-footer three-point miss by Jalen Brunson, as the Knicks are rejoicing in a 107-106 comeback lead to take this one, as they now lead this series 3-1, looking to close it out on the road at Frostbank Arena in San Antonio, as the crowd is cheering in massive elation. This game is ineffable to put into words. I just can't believe this. Wow. We've seen them do it all season. Knickerbockers, no lead too big. How many times have they come back from 20-point deficits? Is incredible. What a game. We'll recap it all on the other side of this break. You're rocking steady with Knicks on the call.
Severe Elder on the beats.
Hit the music.
Say what? I can't hear you. Come on. Say what?
All right, Knickerbockerins, I thank you for tuning in to Knicks on the Call, the #1 show, play-by-play, with me, your host, Severe Elder. And if you were rocking steady on this one, you have just listened to the most improbable Knicks win in broadcasting history, as the Knicks gained possession after De'Aaron Fox turnover and missed the layup. The Spurs failed to convert 2 key free throws, and Jalen Brunson made a floater to give New York a 105-104 lead. Then Stephon Castle put the Spurs ahead with 2 free throws that gave them the lead 106-105. Then Anunoby came down on the defensive end and blocked the De'Aaron Fox layup attempt, and after that it led to a Knick possession that ended up in a Brunson 3-pointer from 36 feet away that front-rimmed in Anunoby, who came flying out of the heavens, got the biggest offensive rebound and tip-in that led to the game winner with 2 seconds remaining, that ultimately ended in a 107-106 New York Knicks lead, as the Knicks were down horribly throughout this whole game. Life in the squad was looking pretty lifeless as they fought and they fought and they fought. But as the game steadily kept going, it didn't look like they can get those key stops to bring the lead down or the deficit down to double digits. And then with around 5-6 minutes remaining, they went on a 14-plus run and managed to get the lead cut to 10, in which the Spurs pushed it back out to 11. But then they got it cut back down again. So ultimately, the game was in the balance with around a 2 and 3 point margin difference. And the heroics of one OG Anunoby, who didn't give up on the play as Brunson missed a 34-36-footer, managed to get the tap in to put the Knicks up ahead for good. 107-106 as the New York Knicks come out victorious in this Game 4 of the NBA Finals. And what a game this turned out to be. As we take a look at the box score, Anunoby, who finished with 33 points, none bigger than the last two on that tipping. 4 rebounds, 1 assist, a steal, and a block. As Towns, who couldn't find any rhythm and battled by foul woes, finished the game somehow with a double-double with 13 points, 10 rebounds, and 2 assists. As the captain managed to chip in 36 points, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 steals. And even though the captain didn't shoot it that well, shot 48% from the field, and only shot 3 of 7 from downtown, it was OG Anunoby who's the player of the game in this one. And an honorable mention for player of the game as well will be the role player of the game. 1, Grand Theft Jose Alvarado, whose stat line doesn't look that impressive with 8 points, 2 rebounds, and 3 assists. His poise and his presence on the floor tonight was absolutely tremendous, as he was a key difference maker in this game. Where would the Knicks be in that comeback if it wasn't for one Jose Grand Theft Alvarado, the Brooklyn native, the native New Yorker, put an imprint on this game that I can't even begin to summarize or put into any kind of words. As his poise, his resiliency was incredible. And shout out as well to Mr. Swiss Army Knife, Josh Hart, who managed to give you 6 points, 8 rebounds, 6 assists, 2 steals, and just a flat out, all out, continuous effort of crashing the glass, getting on the floor for the loose balls. As the Knicks mounted the incredible comeback victory, the most impressive by far this season and this postseason. And Mitchell Robinson, who did his part as well, chipping in with 5 boards and assists and 2 rebounds, doing his best to keep Wembanyama occupied. Did a great job in his 13 minutes of action. But it's none other than Mr. Bulldozer Finesse, OG Agugwa Anunoby, who came up with the biggest basket of the game. And as well as San Antonio played throughout this one, there was no way they can have played any better. managing to amass a 29-point lead and was leading by double digits throughout most of this game. But the comeback kids, the never quit Knicks, managed, in the words of Jalen Brunson, found a way, and find a way they did, and get it done, and actually stole one on their home floor. And how do you steal a game on your home floor? Just watch the last minute or two of this one, and that'll tell you how, as the Knicks at the very end came up with the key defensive stop, as Stephon Castle couldn't corral the ball at the end enough to even get a shot attempt off, as San Antonio had 1.2 seconds remaining to close out the game, and they fall short 107 to 106. As we take a look at the team comparisons, the Knicks shot 46% from the field. They were trailing San Antonio in that category in the first half, as they managed to turn it around late, midway through the fourth quarter, as the Knicks shot 71% from the free throw line. San Antonio shot 85% from the line, shooting 17 of 20 to the Knicks 20 of 28. As the Knicks hit the magic number with 23 team assists, as in the fourth quarter and midway through the third into the fourth quarter, the ball started moving, as they started showing the double against Jalen Brunson, who wisely got off the ball. And as soon as the ball got to hopping and popping around is when the Knicks started getting it rolling and started their comeback that ultimately led to them getting a victory in this one. As we take a look at the fast break points, Knicks came back and stole that category 13-12, as San Antonio was leading in the first half. As we take a look at points off turnovers, and despite San Antonio dominating the Knicks 25-11, they managed to pull off the improbable, as they out-rebounded San Antonio 42-39 and won on the defensive boards 31-30. But needless to say, this game was incredible. I hope you enjoyed the call. Be sure to hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel. Hit me up on Instagram at KNICKSONTHECALL. Give me a follow. Your support is greatly appreciated. And this program is brought to you by Selfie Studio, streaming live to YouTube and Twitch TV. It's Knicks on the Call, the #1 show for live New York Knicks play-by-play with me, your host, Severe Elder. And I thank you for tuning in. Shout out to all my viewers on Twitch. Shout out to everybody tuning in on YouTube. We'll do it again, as we'll be back with Game 5. It'll be coming to you live from Frostbank Arena, as we'll have the game on Saturday. It'll be a 8:30 p.m. tip, as the Knicks will take a 3-1 series lead into Frostbank Arena. And that'll do it for me. But if you're looking for New York Knicks post-game coverage, head over to KFTV. That's Knick Fans TV, where the boys Alex Tritoros, CP the franchise, and the rest of the crew will recap it all of the improbable Knicks victory in this one. And that'll do it for me, folks. Thank you for tuning in. As I say, deuces and peace out.